Hello students, welcome back. Today we'll learn how to draw graph. As a student of geography, just as you should know how to read map, how to draw the map, you should also know how to plot a graph. So today we'll start with how to draw a compound graph. Chapter number 9, exercise, page number 74, question number 6. Everyone will refer to this question. Keep this question in front of you while doing this graph. Question number 6 of your exercise reads, in the following table, export-import of some countries in the year 2014-15 is given in million US dollars. Make a compound bar graph of the given statistical information. Read the bar graph carefully and comment upon the balance of payment of the respective countries. Okay, read the question again. They have asked you to draw compound bar graph. What is given in the statistical information? Import and export of some countries is given. Okay, and you have to make a compound graph. What is that statistical information? Here it is. The countries are China, India, Brazil and USA. Export and import of the year 2014 and 15 is given, and you have to draw it in the on the graph paper in a compound graph form. Okay, and the data that is given to you is in million US dollars. Fine. What is given? China's export is 2143 million US dollars and its import is 1960 US million dollars. You can see of India 272 and 380, of Brazil 190 and 241, US is 1510 and 2380. With this information, we'll start how to plot the bar graph. Student, this is a graph paper. Okay, you can see some horizontal and some vertical lines. Is it clear? The smallest grid, okay, the smallest grid which is there is of 1 centimeter square. Okay, so the length and the breadth is of 1 centimeter. So this smallest grid is of 1 square centimeter. With this information, we'll start the plotting. Here, things which are required before you start actually the plotting. Here you have to draw the compound bar graph. So student, don't forget to show the name. What is the name? Compound bar graph showing export and import. The first important thing is you have to show this, the namings. Okay, what is the name? Compound bar graph of export and import. Okay, then you have to write down the scale. Can you see the scale is written in this grid? What does the scale reads? 1 centimeter is equal to 200 million US dollar. 1 centimeter is equal to 200 million US dollar on the y-axis. Now you will be wondering what is x and what is y-axis. Student, have a look here. The horizontal line. Okay, the horizontal line is your x-axis. And the vertical line here is your y-axis. X-axis, we have shown the countries, your country China, India, Brazil, US. Okay, and on the y-axis, which is your vertical line, you have written export import in million US dollar. Is it clear? And what have you written as your scale? You have written 1 centimeter is equal to 200 million US dollar on your y-axis. Okay, so this is the next important thing that you have to show on your graph. After writing the name of the graph, the scale is important. Third is your plot. Third is your drawing of your axis. That is your x-axis and your y-axis have to be shown. Now your y-axis and your x-axis, they intersect at 0, which is your point of origin. your x-axis and y-axis intersect at point of origin, which is 0. Okay, so this is your third important thing. What was your first one? Naming was first, your scale is the second one, and your drawing of your axis is the third one. So your x-axis and your y-axis. So on x-axis you have shown the countries, on y-axis you are writing the export-import in $1 million. And here you have taken the scale as 1 centimeter is 200 meters. Mind you student, the scale is not given, but you have to draw an appropriate scale. Okay, since your maximum value is 2380, that means you can take 24, that is 100, 200, 300 if 24 comes up till here, or you can take a difference of 100 or 200 as I have taken here. Okay, so your maximum 2300 will be somewhere here, so at least 1 or 2 extra you will be taking. I repeat, minimum is 200 and is 190 and maximum is 2380. Your minimum is 190 and your maximum is 2380, right? So maximum will be your 2400. Okay, so if you take 200, 400, 600, which that will be an appropriate graph, neither too big nor too small. Okay, so after drawing that graph, after writing what are your 4 countries that are mentioned, you require to plot China, India, Brazil and US. So can you see I have left interval of 1 centimeter, then 2 blocks or 2 centimeter for China, again an interval of 1 centimeter, and again 2 centimeters for India, again an interval of 1 centimeter, again 2 blocks or 2 centimeter for Brazil, and so on. Student, it is seen that when you actually start plotting the graph, you change your interval, you change the difference between the two graphs, which doesn't look proper. Okay, so interval should also be same. So after the gap of 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters for China, because you will be showing export as well as import. Again the gap, India starts 2 centimeters for India, again a gap of 1 centimeter, and your other countries will be shown in the same order. Then you have shown on the y-axis the export import value in US million dollars, 200, 400, 600. Maximum is 2380, which is almost 2400, but you can show 1 or 2 extra. So you can show up to 2800 US million dollars. Okay, so that was your third thing that you have done. After drawing your axis, you have shown the what is to be plotted on your x and your y axis. So that was your fourth thing. And finally, we will be showing the index. We will be showing the index. Can you see index? I have made 2 grids. One is for export, the other is for import. So suppose I am shading the export like this. I might leave the import plain, or if you have time, you can also shade it completely. It depends how much time you have in the exam. Either one of the two you can leave plain and you can shade the other one. Okay, so I'm shading export and I'm leaving import as it is. Okay, we start with the actual plotting. Mind you students, you required a nice pointed pencil and a good ruler here. Generally your ruler should be a transparent one. For drawing this axis, you might take a big ruler, transparent or opaque, but for drawing the or plotting the actual graph, better take a transparent ruler. Okay, what does export of China shows? 2143 US million dollars. 2143. Okay, 2000 and 2200. So your 2143 will come between 2000 and this will be 2100. So little bit above 2100. So you are showing export. Okay, so I'll be plotting export 2100 and little bit above. This is your 2200 and little bit above that almost 2100. Okay, so your 2100 will be only up to this much, a little bit about 2100. Okay, whatever is extra, you can rub that off. So 2140. So 40 is very negligible. So only 2100 will be fine. Then the import of China, it is 1960, 1960. So this is your 18, this is your 2000, so this is your 19 and little bit above 19. Okay, so this is your 19, little bit above 19. And I will be drawing the vertical line. Students, I will be doing the plotting first. Shading can be done later on. So China, is it complete? 2143, which is almost 2100. Can you see 2000 and 2200 के बीच में 2100 will come. 1960, right? 1960. 1800 and 2000 के बीच में 19 will come. 60 is very negligible above it, so little bit above 19. Now we go for India. 272. Okay, 272. So your 200, this will be your 300. Can you see I am doing in India now? So 300, this is your 300, but how much we have? 272. Okay. Little less than 300. Fine. And its import is 380. Little less than 400. So this is your 400. So little less than 400 will be India's import. Okay, so we have shown India's export as 272 and import as 380. Less than 400, it should look like less than 400. Now we go for Brazil. Brazil's import is 190. 190 is almost 200, so little less than 200. Marginally less than 200, and its import is 241, little above 200. Okay, so Brazil's export 190, import 241. Now we go for USA. US export is 1510. So where is your 15? 1400 और 1600 के बीच में 15 है, right? 1500 है, and 1510 means almost 1500. So let us go for US. and its import is 2380, almost 2400. Where is your 2400? Here it is. Okay, this is your plotting. But what have we shaded? The fifth important thing that we have done was your index. Export you have shown with this marking, and import you have let it as it is. Now student, generally this marking should be with pencil. Be very nice and fair to draw it with pencil, but here I am just showing with the pencil and ruler it should be, but I am just showing it with my bare hands. You should do it with pencil. Use this trick only when you don't have, or when very less time is there in the exam. Okay, so this is how your graph should look like. Excuse me. Export and import is, or if you have time you can do the shading also if you want. Okay, you can do the shading. Remember, you do the shading like this, so complete shading bhi kar sakte ho, only if you have time. But then if you are doing lighter and darker shading also, it doesn't look nice. Your impression will be very bad in front of the exam paper the one who is checking. So better leave it plain. Am I very clear? Students, you have to copy, you have to draw this same one as your assignment 3. Previously you have done 2 assignment. This is your 3rd assignment. What should you do? You should take a graph paper, plot your graph here, and the question should be written on the behind of the graph. Okay, write the question, that table behind the graph. I hope compound graph is very clear. 10th standard you have to draw graph also, and you have to plot graph also. We will be doing the same in the 9th standard also. Okay, so now you have learned how to draw compound graph. Can you see, for compound graph you are drawing 2 bars here, but if only 1 bar is drawn, it is called as a single bar graph or just a bar graph. We will be learning how to draw line graphs also and pie diagrams also. Thank you students.